This segment of CoastLife is sponsored by Schell Brothers.
All right, well, Halloween is going to be here and over before we know it, but it is really that time, not just to start thinking about the holidays, but Schellville specifically. Yes, if you start Christmas later, if you start it earlier, it doesn't matter. We all love to start celebrating Schellville. So to explain a little bit more about some changes this year, we have Sheena with Schell Brothers on the CoastLife couch. Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, of course. Happy to have you as always, and we're always happy to talk Schellville. There are some changes this year, though, on how people will get into the festival. So tell us all about that.
Yep. So our biggest change is that we are not having tickets. So no scramble to get all your tickets for all the days that you think you might need to go. And so it really opens the playing field and levels it so that everybody can come. We still have a capacity limit, so that I know that's a big concern of people. There's a capacity limit. We have people counters. There will be a live feed so people can check the lines and see how busy we are.
Wow.
But basically it just eliminates the need for a ticket, which eliminates the need for a line per se, because there's no tickets to check. There's no liability waivers to check.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So you'll just be ushered in at the 5 o'clock hour if you're in line at that time. Otherwise, usually between 6 and 7 is our lower entry time. Oh, okay. So that's a good time to come.
Good to know. Good to know.
Yeah. And that's for the nighttime. We are open during the day, 1 to 4 on all of the days that we're open for our what we're calling quieter hours. So seniors, toddlers, sensory friendly. We'll also be having crafts during that time in the tent. We have our new ride-on animals, if you haven't heard of those yet.
I haven't.
They're on the skating rink, so they are like big plush animals that you can ride on.
Oh my God.
Those will only be available during the 1 to 4 hour as well. So lots of fun during that time frame too. And then of course the 5 to 9 magical time of the night.
Yes. Love that. Yeah, when Santa's there, when the snow starts to fall.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's always, because you know it always is snowing at Schellville. It's just not always cold.
It's not always cold.
I have heard that before, though. I know some people, they were a little guilty of wanting to make sure they got tickets.
Yes.
So they jumped on it. They got tickets for multiple weekends to make sure they had time reserved, and then they only show up to one. But I know, too, that you guys really had no trouble letting everyone in last year if they didn't have a ticket. I'm assuming it'll be the same this year.
It'll be the same. We only hit capacity one night last year, which happened to be the Saturday after Thanksgiving, which is always our busiest weekend anyway. And it was only for about a half hour. So it's just a 1 in, 1 out at that point. So it'll be the same thing this year. And we don't anticipate having that happen too often.
Yeah, if it's a little too busy, just shop around the outlets a little bit, go back.
Yep.
There you go.
Exactly.
Awesome. You have some other fun things coming up too, giving back to the community. What's going on that way?
Yes, so we have our 12 Days of Giving that we partner with Schell Brothers on doing. So we have a lot of fun stuff coming up with that. I know a lot of people are asking about certain specifics. Breakfast with Santa is one of those things that we do, and we donate all of the proceeds from that to the Shepherd's Office.
Wow.
And we are doing a first responders night. So on the 21st of November, it'll be a paid event to come in that night, and all proceeds will go to the first responders. We're also doing a new this year cookie competition. Ooh, yes, we are partnering with Shore Smoke Seasonings, and they have picked out some donations to be given afterwards. Nice. So people will enter their cookies, we'll have celebrity judges to come out, and it'll be a very, very fun thing. That's on December 14th.
That sounds like a lot of fun.
That sounds very tasty competition.
If you need more judges, let us know.
Yeah.
That's not a problem. And all that's happening at Schellville.
So all of those ones are specific to Schellville. Okay. We also do like a blood drive, Meals on Wheels, and various other things that are outside of Schellville, as that's part of the 12 days. But we'll announce that on social media probably next week.
There you go. So keep your eyes out.
Yeah, definitely. Cool. Anything else new coming up this year you need to tell us about?
Yes. So we have our new VIP experiences. Well, some of them are new.
Okay.
We launched them yesterday. A lot are sold out already, but we have our Alpenglobes, which I'm sure you're familiar with, the giant igloo bubbles that you can rent. We also have 2 new spaces. They're not new to the village, but they're new to us renting them out. One is above Dewey and Dogfish, which kind of overlooks that whole end of the village. And then we have what's called the Lodge, which will seat up to about 25. So we have 8, 10, and 25 for private events and private parties. They are catered, or have the option of catering from Iron Hill that we've partnered with this year, as well as Fondue and some others. Yeah, so lots of great things, and all the proceeds from those go to keeping Schellville free for Christmas time, because it is very expensive to open the village.
I could imagine a lot, but that's so nice that you guys keep it free. It means so much to so many families. I guess we should let people know, when does Schellville open?
Schellville opens November 16th.
Okay.
So we are weekends at first, and then starting December 12th will be full-time, besides Christmas Eve and Christmas Day.
All right, good to know. So mark your calendars, and I was going to say go get those tickets, but you don't have to, unless you want the VIPs. So Sheena, thanks for telling us all the new and exciting things coming.
Yes, thanks so much for having me.
Of course. All right, guys, get excited for Schellville. Get excited for more Coast Life. That's on your way in just a minute.